Last part of the Cancer-Venus compatibility, and we're starting with Gemini Venuses here. These are two people that may be very excited by one another, but they don't really make sense on paper. They don't have a lot in common either, so it makes it very hard for the relationship to get past that initial phase of things. Geminis express love a lot differently than Cancers do, and this is because Geminis are a little bit more into intellectual stimulation because they're an air sign and they're Mercury ruled, right? But Cancer needs some kind of physical stability in a relationship, which can make it hard for Gemini to feel like they can be themselves. Geminis need people that are a little bit more go with the flow, easygoing. Those are two things I would not associate with Cancer. So overall, I would rate Gemini Venus and Cancer Venus, I'm gonna say 4 out of 10, just because there's a strong attraction with these two, but not for the long term. Virgo is bringing all the stability that Cancer is looking for, and this is because Virgo is an earth sign. They are immutable, but the thing about Virgos is that they're very methodical when it comes to love, and they pay attention to the details very, very hard, which Cancer loves because they like when someone can show that they like them without having to say much. They're very action oriented when it comes to that, and Virgos are all about servicing the people that they love. They want people to feel like they're being cared and nurtured for without them having to explain how to be cared or nurtured for, and Cancer is eating this up. So I think that I would rate Virgo and Cancer Venuses an 8 out of 10 because there's a lot that they can learn from one another, but Virgo does have that stability that Cancer is looking for, and they have very similar goals. Sagittarius is another sign that kind of confuses Cancer, mostly because they are very much at odds for what they want. This is very similar to Gemini Venuses because, Gemini and Sagittarius are sister signs. However, when it comes to Sagittarius and Cancers, I think that because Sagittarius needs so much freedom, Cancer can feel very threatened by this and feel like they don't feel special to the Sagittarius Venus partner. Cancer is willing to give everything to the relationship, but Sagittarius are a lot more concerned with what they have going on and what benefits them. So I think that because Sagittarius can be a little bit selfish when it comes to love, and they have a very distinct picture of what they want in a relationship, and so does Cancer, which can make it very hard for the two to ever meet in the middle. Fire, water typically don't fly. There's a lot of strong attraction, maybe really good sex that can come from this, but in the long term, it don't really make sense. So 1 out of 10 in my book. When it comes to a Pisces and Cancer Venus relationship, this is very rewarding to the both of them because, again, like I said, this is 2 water signs. There's a lot of mutual respect here, a lot of the same values going on, and a high level of emotional intelligence. The thing about Pisces, though, is that they are still mutable, which means that they can be stuck in their own head a lot, which can make Cancer overthink things. However, Cancer is really good at getting Pisces to come down to the ground a little bit, to relax and realize, we can be rooted in reality right now and still think about all the possibilities of things. So I think that there's a little bit of a balance that happens here because Pisces is a little bit more about universal love and Cancer is a lot more focused on feeling special and making their partner feel special. However, they can definitely meet in the middle. Like I said, these are 2 water signs, so there's a lot of shared values and shared goals. So overall, I would rate Pisces and Cancer Venuses a 8 out of 10.